Hi everyone, this is Larry, and I just finished reading Incredible Hulk 279. Um, if you had been reading Hulk at this time, you would notice a lot of changes, uh, especially in the artwork. This is one of the few issues Sal Buscema is not doing. One thing I find sort of interesting is you can see all the different heroes here. Um, Bit of a challenge to name all of them because some have only appeared in the Incredible Hulk. Sorry for the jitters there, but my dog keeps running past me and bumping me and wanting me to play ball. And just dumped a ball on my lap. So in this cover, we have um, a variety of characters, and you can see. Stop it, Razor! Stop bumping me. Gargoyle and Snowbird, Quasar, Angel, Mr. Fantastic, and uh, some I can't pronounce because I just have a hard time with pronouncing it. And you have Spidey hiding up in the corner, Iron Man picking up, of course, Rick Jones, Thor, Daredevil, Thing, Hawkeye, Valkyrie, and Sasquatch, Black Panther, Cap, Iron Fist, Hellcat, um, She Hulk. So we open it up and we see Hulk is basically being driven down Main Street, um, downtown New York. Again, you have the fanfare of different heroes, and then on the next page, we get to go through the heroes again. It's a bit of a challenge for me to name all of them. The one character here, I eventually thought was Iron Fist, but if we go over here someplace, there's Iron Fist. So if you know who that is, I want to say it's Living Laser, which appears in the West Coast Adventures, but I'm not sure. You have Sunfire, you have the Russian female, I forgot her name. Um, of course, Jack of Hearts, Angel, um, the Israeli superhero, Quasar, the Fly, or is that Stingray? I always get those confused. Arabian Night, Falcon. I can't remember her name. So yeah, just about every Captain Britain's hidden down here. It's that version of Captain Britain. And then another Russian superhero in front of Colossus, and then I want to say that's Stilt Man, but that's actually Machine Man. And then of course you have General Ross being all grumpy and so. But we do go over here and we see we do have a new art team. It's still Bill Mantlo writing it. Um, but yeah, Mark Grunwald and Greg Lacroix. Okay, I can't pronounce that one. Um, by my dyslexia. So it's like I said, it's one of the few ones that Sal Buscema um, is not drawing, and so you have a completely different look. Sal does take over the comic again after this issue, and but he's doing more appears to be layouts and letting other people ink his layouts. Yes, that is not the Sal Buscema Hulk. Um, Not quite sure if I like it or not. It's definitely different. And of course, we have General Ross uh, being all grumpy. Oh, we go to the next page, and then we talk. He talks about a brief history of the past of the UFOs fighting him getting his pardon. Then while he's getting this pardon, being attacked by some mysterious invasion fleet is what they call it. And if you've been reading this, issue, you would understand that it's from Burrit's movies. Uh, you have Ronald Reagan signing the presidential pardon, so obviously this would have been in the mid '80s or early '80s. We go over here. Hulk's getting the key to New York. Master of Ceremonies is Captain America at some point. Everybody's um, all happy because Hulk is a hero now, not a villain. And we have, of course, J. Jonah Jameson being grumpy also, just puffing on a cigar. Um, and of course, you have Peter Parker as Spider Man. Hopefully, that's not a disclaimer or a can't think of the proper word. So then you have um, Daredevil. You have people interviewing him. I believe it's Dan Rather is trying to be covering it for the press. Um, of course, you have Reed Richards, and again, I'm um, not quite satisfied with this artwork. I mean, it's really nice, clean artwork, but it's not Sal Buscema. Of course, you have Doctor Strange looking kind of odd, and Hellcat, probably one of my favorite defenders. Um, some people wondering who Doctor Strange is. And then, again, that's not the Hulk. That's some weird um, interpretation of the Hulk. So, and then here comes Rick Wilson, or Jim Wilson, sorry. Um, Wondering what will become of him and his friendship with Hulk. And you have Quasar, or Captain Marvel, sorry. And okay, I'm getting all confused. Okay, now we're going to Thing, and he's bringing a big thing, and then Vela. It is a picture or a statue of the Hulk done by Alicia Masters, and just she goes and tells him what was going on. Thing makes up with the Hulk, and then he's one of the few people that's ever beaten him. And now my dog's starting to bark because he wants to play with his ball. Of course, back then you could buy a Daisy BB gun from your own comic book. So I think this is an ad to get something free. Backpack. So then you have the Inhumans coming in and showing off and trying to figure out how to take care of Razor. Stop. Sorry for the interruptions, but okay. Then you have Crystal, and Inhumans, Medusa. So they're bringing in every hero they can in this special event. It just made me wonder that Sandman, when he switched from being a bad guy to a hero, he never got this sort of fanfare. But he, being Sandman, was never quite kept the same side on any battle. Remember one issue of Spider-Man where halfway through the thing he switches from being Spider-Man as a hero and then changing it, trying to capture him. So, of course, you have Asgard here hailing Hulk, and then you have the Spider-Man ad buying video games, I believe, for your Atari. Yeah, Atari video system. Wonder if you could get a pretty penny for that nowadays. So here we have Thor comes back. You have Submariner, who blows a horn, and when he blows a horn, of course, Atlanteans come and join the parade, and they say, "Hail Hulk!" And my dog's going insane again. He just wants to play with his ball. So And Hulk thanks you for the token of friendship. Of course, you have to have your special offer to buy more Marvel comics. So, which ones of these did you subscribe to in 1982? I believe this is when this was printed. Um, Actually, I was in high school and I was too cool to be buying comics. But a few years later, I got back into them, and right now I'm trying to collect most of these titles. So, I wish I had bought them in today. So, now we're going to jump here. We have Black Panther, The Arabian Night, Alpha Flight with Sasquatch. You missed a couple issues earlier before this. Sasquatch and Hulk take on Wendigo, and when Sasquatch is getting beaten up, Hulk comes and saves him, and Sasquatch realizes Hulk is actually Bruce Banner. So we have Defensor from South America. I've never heard of him. I remember one issue with Shamrock. Not sure what that was in. And then you have from Japan, Sunfire, and then Sabra. I hope that's how you pronounce that. From Israel, who was here only a few issues before this. Of course, you have West Germany, Blitzkrieg. I'd never heard of till today. Maybe that's the guy with the lightning. Captain Britain. Oh, sorry about that. Then you have, okay, so we have the Russians here. We have Vanguard, Dark Star, and Major Ursus, which are part of the Soviet super soldiers. So they're bringing everybody in they can, and then something happens. Of course, you bring Silver Surfer. He says a few words, and he leaves praying that he can someday leave his earthly imprisonment. So then we have Big Flash. We have the Watcher. I'm not quite liking the artwork on the Watcher. Like I said before, this is not Sal Buscema, and I've grown to like Sal. Um, and the Watcher gives Hulk a little memory cube, and if you look at the memory cube, it has Rocket Raccoon, which was a few issues earlier, Walrus, um, and a couple other people that Hulk has come across in the recent past. And of course, Hulk thanks him. He disappears, and everybody is going, "What happened?" So then we have Willie Lumpkin from FF delivering Hulk fan mail, and here's a nice little call out to Corina Matlow and Rachel Milgram, who I assume are the wives of the two creators. While Matlow's the creator and Milgram's the editor of Hulk at this time. So nice call out to the family. And Hulk sheds a tear with all the fan mail. There's Bree. She finally shows up, and she's trying to figure out where the Kryonian fleet came from, and we'll find out at the end of this who the secret mystery person is, and that storyline lasts about 5 issues. Then we go up here, and we see when we get the unveil of the leader. The leader is one of Incredible Hulk's original bad guys, and then in the background you have Jackdaw. She becomes important later on. Also, she is in a few issues earlier where she was trying to steal something from the Gamma base while Hulk's there, and Hulk beats her up. And more good wishes for the Hulk. And some more ads. So I thought this was kind of funny is that Marvel Comics and Warren Publishing had a softball game, And if we look up here, it says Marvel won by a score of 20-1. Um, gives all the stats for all the Marvel players, and a lot of these people you would not see because they're office workers. So let's see what happens. Now we go in. We see Betty Ross. I don't call her Betty Banner, but that's in the future. And there is Samson. She's hanging with Samson. She sort of shows off that she really doesn't um, want him this way, and she disappears. And so Hulk's sad because his girlfriend that he's spent his entire life has just left him, or because he's the Hulk and not Bruce Banner. Again, you have to read the entire few issues before to understand what's actually going on with the Hulk and Betty. So that is the end of the issue. They advertise Vision and Scarlet Witch miniseries. Um, then you can buy. Oh, I was gonna have to comment on it. I love these ads from TSR and Dungeons and Dragons, and just little mini comics that are only a page and gives you a good idea of how to play D&D, or what happens in D&D. And so at this time I was playing D&D, so I was still a bit of a geek, but not a comic book geek. So have a good day, and that is the end of the issue. The back page is buying Legos.